Hey everyone, welcome to Up All Night DIY. I'm Monica. Thanks for joining me. This video is part of the Patriotic Challenge, hosted by THERESA of THERESA Bay DIY, and co-hosted by Sammy of Unicorn Dust Designs. The challenge is a fundraiser to benefit the Fisher House Foundation, a very worthy and thoughtful cause. Fisher House Foundation builds comfort homes where military and veteran families can stay for free while a loved one is in the hospital. You'll find links to donate, as well as links to our host channel and the playlist of all the talented creators participating in the description box below. So let's get into it. I'll be using some red, white, and blue scrapbook paper, scissors, skewers, Monvic mini hot melt glue gun, a bucket, same one I used for my Valentine's centerpiece, craft sticks, cardboard tubes. I made these from cardstock. I'll show you how. A Martha Stewart scoring board, or a ruler will work too. Monvic asked me to review this glue gun. I'll put a link to my Amazon profile below. It'll have the info for this glue gun if you're interested. It has an on-off switch on the handle. I like this smaller detail tip. It allows me to get into tighter areas. It comes with 20 clear extra long glue sticks, which is nice, and 10 glitter sticks, 2 of each color. It has a silicone drip tray that fits onto the front of the base. It also has suction cups to keep it in place. I really like this cradle that comes with it. The cradle snaps easily into the base and the gun fits snugly. Any drips fall right onto that silicone, which is so much better than drips on my table. If you prefer, there's a set of snap-on legs as an alternative. They fit right onto the front of the gun. They can be pushed up out of the way while in use, so that's cool. So now, let's check it out. I saw this project on Pinterest and I thought, oh my gosh, how cute. And a perfect project to test out my new glue gun. You can use paper towel rolls for this, but I didn't have any, and to be honest, using the cardstock makes a firmer tube to make these adorable firecrackers. I cut a 6-inch by 8-inch piece of cardstock, and I had this tube from some string that I'll use as a guide to roll the cardstock into a tube. I placed the tube in the center of my cardstock and started rolling the paper around the tube, making sure that the edges lined up as I rolled. After one full rotation, I add a line of glue and continue to roll the paper around the tube. Then I roll a bit more, adding another line of glue. I'll keep going until I get to the end. I will say that this glue seems to be a bit hotter than my old glue gun. There's steam coming off the melted glue. Never saw that before. When I get to the end of the paper, I'll add a line of glue right to the very edge. Now I'll push my guide tube out with a dowel. No worries, this is actually a nice and firm tube. I cut a 6x6 piece of my pattern paper. I'll cover my tube with the paper in the same way, but I'll start by gluing the tube to the paper. I run a line of glue at one end of the paper, and I'll align my tube ends with the edges of the paper. Rolling and gluing keeping my ends even until the tube is completely covered in the patterned paper. I'll be making 5 firecrackers for my centerpiece. For the top of the firecracker, I've cut a 3.5-inch circle from my scrapbook paper, and I'll roll it into a cone shape. I've marked the center of my circle with a dot. Now, I'll cut from the edge of the paper up to the center dot. It's just a straight cut. Where the cut is, I'll take the pointed edge and pull it a couple of inches onto the inside of the circle, forming the cone, keeping the edges lined up. And I add a line of glue on that inside edge flap and hold it in place. Then I'll glue the other end on the outside of the cone and hold that in place until it sets. And there you go. From the same paper that I used for the top of the firecracker, I'll cut a 1-inch strip. I'll glue this at the bottom of the firecracker. I lined up the seam with the seam on the rear of the firecracker. To add some interest, I'll apply distressing ink to my firecracker using a cosmetic sponge. I'm tapping it on the edges and in random spots on the tube and on the top. To glue the top to the tube, I run a line of glue around the inside of the cone about halfway down, and I hold the cone in place, making sure that it's centered. Then I reinforce it by adding more glue around it, like this. This is where this finer tip of the gun comes in really handy. Now I'll add my skewer. I'll put the skewer on the inside and line it up with the seam on the back of the firecracker. And I'll glue it into place. I'll add more glue on top of the skewer for extra support. And I'll stain the skewers with the ink as well. Next, I'll be making a few paper medallions for my centerpiece. To make a 5-inch medallion, I cut my paper to 5 inches by 12 inches. I'll score the pattern side every inch, then I'll flip it over and score at the 1/2 inch. To glue the strips together, I'll put glue on both sides of the end fold of one strip and place the first fold of the other strip over it, like this. Then I'll glue the other ends together in the same way, forming a loop. I'll push the paper down, forming my medallion. Then I'll flip it over. To hold it closed, I'll add a small dot of glue to the hole in the center and hold it for a moment. I've cut a craft stick in half and I'll add glue to the length of it, and I'll place it right across the center of the back of my medallion and hold it for another minute until the glue sets. I've punched out 2.5-inch circles from coordinating paper. These will be the centers of my medallions. But first, I'll distress the medallions and the centers with my ink. Then, I glue my circle to the center of my medallion. I'll glue the skewer to the back of the craft stick, and I'm covering the back of that with another paper circle. And I'll stain my skewer with my ink. I've made 5 medallions. I'll put the sizes in the description box. Check out how easy the little glue drops come out of the silicone tray. I quite like this glue gun. It does run a bit hotter than what I'm used to, but all in all, it's pretty good. So check out the link if you're interested. Pretty sure it's around the $20 mark. Okay, let's put this centerpiece together. I filled my bucket with scrap styrofoam and a couple of plastic bags to fill in the gaps. I'm starting with my center firecracker. I want that to be in the very center of my bucket, so I'll just push it into the foam. My next will be toward the back. The third, I'll angle slightly and it'll be a little lower too. Then I'll add the other 2 to the other side, mimicking the first side. I'll place one of my 5-inch medallions in front of the center firecracker, then the other 5-inch next to it, and the 4-inch will go in the very front. I'll add 2 6-inch in the back of the bucket. And I'll fill the bucket with some paper shred. I wanted a bow for the front of the bucket, but I didn't want to glue it to the bucket. So I made this messy rag bow and glued a magnet to it. I'll show you how to make the rag bow in an upcoming video. The bow will cling to the metal bucket without any damage, so you can reuse it, both the bow and the bucket. Here it is, all finished. How cute will this be at your Independence Day party? It's easy to make and inexpensive. Tops, it cost about $10 in supplies. Hope you like it, and we'll give it a go. It's too cute. Thanks to Teresa and Sammy for hosting. Please be sure to check out all the links below, and please consider donating to the Fisher House. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tick the bell icon for a notification of upcoming videos. I have lots of fun stuff coming up. Thanks for hanging with me. See you next time. Up All Night with Monica.